Hey everyone, it's Tom Kwei here, and for the first time in 2022, welcome back to Battle Rap Resume. So I just wanted to do a little quick intro before we get into today's episode, which is a brand new series for the show called Battle Rap Quiz Night, where it's essentially Mastermind, but instead of having two fans, or as you know on Mastermind, we often had two battlers as well, sort of pitting their general knowledge against each other on Battle Rap. This is more of a bespoke offering where it's one-on-one. It's me as Quizmaster and a battler, and we're just going deep on their personal career. So of course I had to kick off with Cruger. Each battler's getting 15 questions, but it had to be Cruger, and I've actually, at the time of me recording this, done 4 of these. So we've got the Cruger one coming out now. Spoke to Scoop, spoke to Archaic, and spoke to Quill as well. And I did all of these over on Spaces at Battle Rap Resume on Twitter. And the reason for that was I just wanted to kind of, take advantage really of that platform. It was at a time when, Midnight Madness is still really hyped, but when it was sort of coming up and everyone was doing these EFM and all that sort of stuff. But one of the reasons doing an intro for this is to apologise, not for the quality of the content. I'm really happy with how this came out. This episode with Kruger's fantastic. Always great to speak to that genius. But the audio, on my end at least, is a little crumbly. It's not terrible. It's very listenable, but I think in the future I'm just going to do these things on YouTube so it sounds a little better, so I can put my Blue Yeti mic to work. So yeah, this is just a quick thing just to say it might not be the most optimal listening experience, but Cruger is of course a fascinating person to speak to, and plus I'm sure if you're a Battle Rap Resume listener, you like testing your wits. You appreciate the minutiae and the miscellany of this world of ours. So, yeah, without further ado, follow us at Battle Rap Resume, battleresume@gmail.com if you want to get in touch with us. I am going to be doing more things on the channel. Obviously, it's not going to be the regular industrial output that it was back in 2017, 2018. I don't know how the fuck I used to do like 2 episodes a week and previews and recaps and whatever. But I've grown up a little bit, I suppose. But, yeah. Big shouts out to Cruger yet again, and let's get into the quiz.
No, thank you for joining us, man. Anyway, for the first BRR Battle Rap Quiz Night. So,
thanks, man.
You obviously the first choice to come on, but it's like just to get people up to speed with what this idea is. So, as people remember on Battle Rap Resume, we used to do Mastermind all the time. So, we had you on, didn't we? We had,
yeah. I did one with Gemini.
Right, with Gemini. And so basically the way that worked, guys, was we had guests on, mostly battlers, but we had fans on as well towards the end as well. And it was like general knowledge on battlers. It was like, who's this battler's real name? When did this happen, etc. And just more specific questions, finish the bar, etc. So I was just thinking to myself, really, that I wanted to get involved with Spaces because, Battle Rap's sort of popping off on Spaces. And I didn't want to do just another chat show or endless midnight madness kind of administration or anything like that. So I just thought Mastermind's always fun, but to be honest with you, I was running out of questions. My brain was just I couldn't think of interesting general stuff to ask people, so that's kind of why it stopped. And then I thought, well, I can get more granular if we just have one guest and it's all about them. So that's what we're doing today. So basically how this is going to work is each edition of this show, I will have a battler as a guest. Maybe I'll have more than one in a certain session, but today we just got Cruger on. And I'm going to ask each battler 15 questions on their battle rap history. And I'm hoping to start building a little scoreboard of sorts as we go through, and we can see who really knows their stuff. And again, some of these questions are easy, some of these questions are hard. It's just kind of a general overview, of the career. And I mean, Cruger, have you been doing any research before this, or are you just kind of going to draw back?
I have not, to be honest with you. I'm quite nervous because I don't know if I'm going to be awful or how much I'm going to remember because I don't really know what to expect from the questions.
That's fair.
I feel like I have a good memory of my battle career and stuff like that. But it's just I don't know what the questions are going to be, so it's hard to kind of tell. I don't really watch my battles, but I think I watched my battles back a year ago, a few of them, just to watch some just for memories. But I generally don't watch them back a lot. But sometimes it's quite fun to go down memory lane. But I don't really know. I don't know what to expect.
No, it must be because it's kind of we've all got photos of our past or whatever, or little videos, but it's literally your entire 20s, and even before that, when you were a teenager, is on YouTube. There's hundreds of hours. And it must be weird. You could even watch random battles and you might see someone in the background and be like, oh, fucking hell. You know what I mean? That person or whatever, So,
yeah, it's all the battles, when I watch them back, it reminds me of the time and place I was when I was there and all the things that were happening around that time. It goes so deep.
Yeah.
And I think That's yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 15 questions. I'll be lenient on the answers, like Mastermind as well. I'm not going to be too strict or anything like that. It's a bit of fun after all, and people play along at home. So, are you ready for your first question?
Yeah,
okay.
Let's go.
What is your most viewed battle against a UK opponent one-on-one?
Oh, that's tough because obviously I just think conceded straight away. But UK
one-on-one, yeah.
Who's the biggest battled? Oh, I'm stumped. I'm thinking it could be O'Shea, could be English. Let me just think for a little while longer.
Take your time.
What other ones did I do that was big? Oh man, I'll go with O'Shea.
It is O'Shea.
Oh, yes.
At 159,000 views. It is O'Shea, yeah.
Okay,
but there were some trailing that very close behind. English is 149, so just
okay.
And Truth is 91 as well. So a lot of them have got the views. But I mean, man,
so my two guesses were actually quite accurate.
Yeah, and that, because I went back and watched that O'Shea battle. I love that. I've always loved that battle. I love that battle so much. And it was such a culture shock for me when I was getting into Don't Flop in 2012 and watching a 2009 battle like that, where it was really crumbly camera quality. And I was like, oh my God, this is exactly for
Yeah.
One of the things I noticed watching that battle though, behind you is Soweto Kinch and Sean Delgado in some specs. I'm like, damn, old school.
Yeah, proper old school, man. That was special, man. That was during quite early Don't Flop days, and I remember obviously me and O'Shea had been battling all other people for a while, so it was kind of it was talked about a lot, Kruger should battle O'Shea, so we kind of had a little build up to it, and then it was our first time doing a North versus South event, which was just a cool concept because we've been doing these Don't Flop South events and then Don't Flop North, and it was the best from each side. It was just had such a good hype around it. And our first event in Birmingham as well, as we did it in the middle. Yeah. You know what I mean? In the Midlands.
Yeah, that was of course, Soweto Kinch, that was in Brum as well. And that you're right. It's if there was maybe a bit more of a developed pool of talent around then, this probably would have headlined Fourth Birthday. But as it was, it kind of had to happen there. And
it was such a fun time though, man. It was such an exciting battle.
Yeah.
It was probably the hardest person I've ever battled, Osh, as well. Osh killed me. He debatably won that battle.
No, he's so good in that battle. I love the closer to his first. The one punch in his pigeon chest and Freddy's dead. I shagged a bird last night is something he's never said.
Yeah. That was amazing. Was it birds? My parties have birds and DJs. Your party are and DK.
Okay, so no, good work there. So that's one for you with the first question. So the second question is actually going to be about the same battle, about the O'Shea battle. So your first round in that battle is essentially a concept round, which is focused on one aspect of O'Shea. What is the round about?
It's about him holding a pint.
Yep, it's about how he always has a pint in his hand. Him going to bed with a pint, showering with a pint, on the way to the pub, he's got a pint.
Yeah.
I love that in any photo that he's been in, any single photo.
That was fun, man. I love doing concept rounds.
And you remember him doing the stick up with the pint under his top and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's a really good one. And I mean, we're both big Lost fans, and I forgot that you referenced Lost in the battle, the whole John Locke got squashed idea.
Oh yeah, John Locke from Lost got squashed.
What a Lost rap? Surely that's in the Kruger's view.
Yeah, do you know what? That's one that I've always wanted to do. I've just never. It's such a complex storyline. I just don't know how to compress it into a rap. But I thought about doing that with Lost, with Breaking Bad, with all these things, and it's always just been a bit too daunting to try and do it in the right way. Do you know what I mean? But maybe I'll come back to it one day.
Yeah, no, a Lost one. Even just going through the characters and stuff like that. You know, there's
I might have to do one for my Losties because Lost is still the greatest TV show of all time.
I don't agree with that. I'm a Sopranos stan. I like.
Yeah, no. Do you know what? I think Breaking Bad is probably my top one, and then maybe maybe Sopranos too, and then
they're
Lost
all
3.
around that. I'm putting what?
They're all my
I'm
three,
putting The Wire over Breaking Bad personally, but but
Fair,
they're all
fair.
they're all untouchable. So, okay, 2 for 2. Question 3. Your first solo upload on the Don't Flop channel is versus Censor in some sort of alleyway of sorts. Who hosts that battle?
I believe it was
Tea Leaves. And who is that? I wanted to ask you about him.
Wow, man, that really brought me back. Tea Leaves. Tea Leaves is a rapper from Norwich. He used to make music with Archaic.
Right.
Him and Ark had like mixtapes out and all that kind of shit. But he was around the scene in kind of like 08, 07, 08, like when we were doing those early Don't Flop battles. And yeah, that was so random. I completely forgot he hosted. But as soon as you said it, like it all came back. You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out Tea Leaves. He was. I don't think he ever came to any other battles.
That was the only one.
the cornerstone. Yeah, it was the only one.
I mean,
I think because was battling as well. I don't even know if was. Yeah, he was.
No, battled Jamie. I think.
Before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think maybe because was battling, we had Tea Leaves host up.
Yeah, and the I just watched that battle back this evening, and you actually quote one of my all-time favorite UK hip-hop tracks, saying to Censor that he keeps vodka stored in bottled water. You ain't jest, but you're an alcoholic author. Nice.
Oh yeah, I like that bar.
Okay, so question 4. Who said to you the following? With that mug, he doesn't need to be capable of sex or ovulation to be responsible for a percentage of the lesbian population.
It sounds like something English would say, or it might be Scissors. I think it's Scissors or English. I'm going to say English.
It's true.
Oh, it's Truth.
Yeah, it's Truth. Truth in the first round, and he was like one of your one of your favorites, right?
Yeah. I like Truth, man. I've been a fan of him since like he was obviously in WRC 06. So yeah, man. Shout out Truth, man. Known him for time. But that also was one of my favorite battles, just in terms of like I really liked. I was pleased with my performance in that.
Yeah. You just on a roll back then, like undeniably. Like so, the getting into the 5th question. This is versus Madness now in Blood in the Water 4. You compare him to a very popular British advert at the time, which is still going now, but was very popular at the time. Can you remember what that was?
I can remember what it was.
People only know this, Brer, because he sings Go Compare. Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. I didn't even remember that.
Yeah. No, this Brer was...
People only know this Brer from Go Compare.
But, yeah. I mean, great to battle Madness, right? I mean, a fellow movie freak and like, great guy.
100%, man. And I've had so much good times with Madness as well, just like in America and over here. Like he's just a solid guy.
You chilled like in Florida, right, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, 2 weeks later, you battled English at Blood in the Water Part 2. Now, just before we get into the question, like, I didn't really realize that these events were so close together. Like, why was that? Was it just like Don't Flop was kind of getting a bit of momentum, or?
It was literally like the month after, or the same month. No, it was 2
weeks later. Yeah,
2 weeks after, in February. The reason was we were originally planning. We originally had to set up the Blood in the Water event already with Madness and Caustic and all them coming over, and then Lab Battles actually started, and they were hosting an event like bringing over Immaculate, Disaster, Awkwards, blah blah blah. And then Disaster and Awkwards, we wanted to get them to do a battle because they were doing like a tour, like a battle 2-on-2 tour through Europe. They did one in Sweden, then they did one in Manchester, and basically it was just like they're going to be here, so let's just do another event. And we basically just did another event with like got Tenchu and Lego, and it was like both those battles together, like Blood in the Water 4 Part 1 and Part 2. Like if you put them together, that's like a crazy card. Because there were some amazing battles. And
kind of like interesting.
Disaster, Awkwards, Tension.
Oh my god!
Such a slept-on classic. I think. I don't even know if it's slept on or not, but it's such a good. I think it's because it's quite an old one now. Maybe not people don't know about it, but it's such a good battle.
You just consider like all 4 of the people in the ring, like just how talented they are. Like, that was a kind of unbelievable happening there. So, you're battling English, Blood in the Water 4. part 2. And again, I want to urge people to go back and check out. In fact, the last actual technical official Battle Resume episode was with Enlish. We had a deep chat about this battle and lots of other battles. Yeah, that was a good one. Shout out to Enlish. Great to speak to him. So he speaks about your infamous rape tape release. And he goes into Freddy Krueger bars, as everyone does. Do you remember what he says that your new nightmare would be? Like, what would happen to you that would be your new nightmare?
Oh, man. What would be my new nightmare?
That's a tough question.
As a new nightmare.
It doesn't actually. No, it's like something a parent would do. I'll give you a bit of a clue with that, but
something a parent would do. His new nightmare would be, I don't know, his mum telling him off.
No, it's your mum. You dreamt that your mum took your internet away. So that is, I mean,
no, I didn't remember.
That's a tough one. I mean, that
was a wild guess.
That's not obvious. It's not a memorable bar, and no, I appreciate that. So 4 for 6. So we're almost halfway there. So, obviously you've got loads of great battles in your history, but you've also got loads of battles where you're battling, in a duo as well. So can you name 4 pairs of battlers that you faced on camera when you were in a 2-on-2 battle? Four pairs of battlers. So altogether you have faced 6. You've done 6 2-on-2 battles on YouTube. Name for me.
Naming all my 2-on-2s.
4 of your sets of opponents.
Oh yeah, so Sensor and Jamie, Lego and Profanity, Endless and Scissors, and Pesci and Bender.
Exactly. Pesci and Bender at 5th birthday as well. You could have also had Shazam and Nils, and Jefferson Price and Definition.
With Mickey.
Why were you paired together? Was that just like you wanted to do it, or?
That was funny, man. I don't remember how it got set. I remember it was on a mega bus. I remember it was on a mega bus that it got set up. I remember that. So we were on our way to somewhere, and it was us, and we were traveling with Mickey. And then I don't remember why. I think it was like maybe Jeff and Def wanted to team up, or Jeff wanted to battle Mickey or something, and then I don't know, I got roped into it somehow. But then I was just like, well, yeah, why not? Like, I'm up for it. Sounds like a bit of fun. And man, like, me and Mickey were like rolling together a lot. We were like hanging out together a lot as well at the time, so it kind of made sense that we like write a battle together. And I had a lot of fun doing that one.
I mean, yeah, that's an interesting one, isn't it, with Jeff and Def as well, just like an old school pairing. Like, what is the kind of like writing rehearsal process as compared to like how you prepare just going 1-on-1 solo? Like,
2-on-2s are more fun, I think, because like on one when you're writing on your own, you're kind of just like, I don't know, you write on your own, and you kind of like, you have little doubts about your material. You're like, you're a bit nervous about it. Whereas when I think we're 2-on-2, you write your little bits together, and then you meet up together, or even if you just chat on the phone or whatever the case may be, like you bounce bars off each other, and you have a lot of fun just like cracking jokes and just like, I don't know, I think it's quite fun, like bouncing ideas off each other. So yeah, and also it's like you have to you write less and you get to perform less. So you have like breaks where you can think of your next set of bars. So there's a lot of like advantages that make 2-on-2s fun.
So you're 5 for 7 currently. Let's go into question 8 now. This is when you faced Saurus at Vendetta, which, I mean, I don't know if you agree, but like for me, it's one of the best looking battle rap events ever. Vendetta, like it's just the cinematography is incredible, right?
Love that.
Yeah, the upper angle, the attic, the interviews at the start as well. Like it just.
Avocado.
Oh god, yeah. So, Saurus opens his first by flipping the words on your shirt. Can you remember what he says?
Oh, shit. It's the shirt with the lips on it. Is it? Oh, no, I changed it. No, it's the animation. Oh, was it? Silence is golden.
There we go. Yeah. Came from London with some of your cunt friends. Your shirt says silence in gold is golden, so shut the fuck up, man. Yeah, that's great.
That's the one. Yeah, that took me a while because I was thinking. I remember when I turned up to the event, I was wearing a T-shirt that had lips on it, and then like I basically was like, I didn't even really want to wear the T-shirt, but I was like, oh, I'll just buy a T-shirt when I'm there, and like I was like looking like frantically running around the event trying to find a T-shirt. So I was like, someone must have a T-shirt, and I got some like guy to sponsor me and give me that T-shirt with the Silence is Golden. So it was just like I picked it on the day. So like, I think Soros told me that he was like thinking of bars about my shirt with the lips on it. And then, so when you said that, I automatically thought, oh, I'm wearing that shirt with the lips on it. But then I remembered I changed my shirt, and then he had a bar about that.
Like, I watched that battle just today, making notes. I watched the whole thing. I hadn't seen it for years. Great battle. You are probably the harshest I've seen someone be to Thesaurus. Like, you really go in on him from all angles, personals, just all about his bodily hygiene and appearance. I'm just like, damn, like.
I know, that was funny. I was just, I was just wanted to take an angle that was like, and obviously, like, make an impact.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Like, I love Thesaurus, man. He's a good guy, but I just thought it'd be funny to take that angle of just like, just really like.
No.
And that's kind of my approach to every battle, though. Really, is I'm trying to like really just like humiliate the person.
No, and like obviously, everyone knows and listens to the show that I worship Thesaurus like you, and I'm such a giant fan. And because you just on a little tangent, but like you had a lot of issues, didn't you, getting him over? Like it kind of like even fifth birthday was with Ark, right, and that couldn't come through.
Yeah, man. If like even our first time we were going to fly him over was in like it was very early on in Don't Flop, and he was going to come over and do 3 battles in a day, which was going to be Arc, Truth, and Respect BA. And that was so devastating when he got turned away the first time, because that was like, we really built up into that. And then we tried to rearrange that later on in a year later, and then it fell through again. But yeah, and then the third time he got denied entry at the airport. So yeah, man, had bad luck with booking Thesaurus and Don't Flop. But the weird thing is, he came over and battled Matter in between one of those things. So we obviously thought it would have been fine, but then it's just random.
Yeah. Of course, the Matter bar, and then the Matter battle, and then Bullets as well came back for.
Yeah, and we got him over again for Bullets.
Like that's one of my favorite moments in battle, right? When Bullets does that giant Pokemon scheme, Pokemon as they say in America, and Saurus is like, I have no idea what the fuck you just said. Like I have no clue. Like you Squirtle or Jigglypuff. Oh my god, yeah. But what's that Saurus line? You're the same bullet 100 times or something like that. Like it's a really good flip he has on his name. Really, really cool.
Oh, yeah. And then I remember, what was that bar from 100 Bullets? Like, he had something about Return of the Mac.
Yeah. No.
I can't remember what that bar was, but it was so good. It's it was Return of the Mac when I
Mark Morris' son. Yeah.
Like it's the way he built it up, though. It's the setups he did. You'll see the Return of the Mac when I'm Mark Morris' son. That was sick.
Like Bullets was so great. Like he's still great, but like that was his era, wasn't it? He seemed to kind of be semi-retired.
It was. He was on a roll then.
And like Don't Flop loved him. Like we loved him over here. Like it was like I've said this before on the show many times. I think him versus Bamalam was a real like watershed battle for like just like wordplay. That like UK crowds weren't used to. Like just phenomenal. So okay, doing well now, doing well. So currently 6 for 8. So this is question 9. Conceited. When you battled Conceited, finish this line said to you by Conceited in the second round of the battle. So this is concerning your girl. That's a bit of context for you. Quote, I put her on her knees. Baby, get her lick on. Crew, you better tape that stupid bitch, because as we crawl, she got nailed. That's something that
Crew should fix.
I mean, it doesn't work as much with this Brummy sort of saying it.
Crew should fix.
Crew should fix.
Crew should fix.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
Crew should fix. It sort of works. Yeah.
You just got to really rush that should line.
I mean,
word.
That battle is astonishing. Like that must be one of your proudest moments, because that is just an incredible 3 rounds.
Yeah, no, it definitely is my proudest moment in battle rap in general. It's just amazing performance to that crowd, man. Especially because I think when I came back, it was like my first time like battling in Don't Flop since it had like grown really big. Because I did a few international battles, so I did battles in King of the Dot and Grind Time and stuff. So it was coming back to Don't Flop once it had got massive. So it was like performing in front of that crowd, and like they just showed a lot of love, and it was a great feeling.
I was just about to say, what an incredible legend! Like. Up there with the biggest stars ever from battle rap, right? In terms of what he's went on to, and even within the sport. But like, it's just You know, it's just absolutely unbelievable. And like, you know, it was just kind of a perfect time and place, wasn't it? Where it was still fresh to have like big internationals, and it just kind of.
We're lucky we got him when we did, because I don't think if we left it any longer, I don't think we
I
would
agree.
have.
And on that whole event as well. I mean, even the people always forget about, even though it's a bit of an ugly battle, I still like it. The 2-on-2 with DNA and Lise, you know, and Yunnan and Clips. Like, it's a bit of a weird one, but I still like it. Like,
no, yeah, definitely.
and obviously Arsenal versus DNA is like astonishing, and like, you know,
Arsenal DNA. That's a real.
You stole that from under URL's noses. Like, I love that you guys did that. Like, that was great. Like,
that is classic battle, man. I don't know why, but Arsenal, like, Arsenal always kills it. But it's something about Arsenal in London or England in general. He just goes in, man.
No,
kills it. Like, every time he performs out here, I just like it's a different kind of buzz.
I mean, we saw each other there at the URL event, like when he battled Twerk. Like, he was just unbelievable at that event. Like, you know.
I know. I'm such an Arsenal fan. And I feel like, especially when you see him live as well, it's a whole. He's so good.
Yeah,
to watch live.
when he battled Sharon as well, it maybe wasn't one of his like greatest like crowd performances or whatever, but like there's that weird moment with his phone and the flag and like, you know, but
it was a weird matchup.
It was a weird matchup. It's something that Sharon has gone to specialize in, isn't it? The sort of quote unquote smack killer or whatever. But that was a good matchup. Okay, so question 10. I want to talk about your YouTube channel for question 10. Cruger 7, which is legendary. I mean, legendary to me at least. But you know, going back through the history, it seems that you started off posting compilations of battlers. You know, best of What's His Face, best of Respect BA. But there seemed to be someone that you liked so much that you posted 2 compilations of them, one after the other. Who was that? You posted 2 compilations of the same person. Piff James. Piff James. A WRC legend, right, from NY.
100%. I was. I loved Piff James back in the day. He's my favorite from
What was it? What was it? I
don't know why.
Because I don't see any synergy. Not that there has to be, but it's not like I can see he's a big influence on you. But obviously he's great. He's hilarious. But what was it about him? Like,
I just found him hilarious, man. Like, his bars are hilarious for a start, but just like him as his whole persona, just like how he was in the interviews and like his nonchalantness and like how much he didn't care and he was just dead and he just like did it like there in battle. I can't even like put it into words, but he was just absolutely hilarious. And I remember this is in like 2006 when I was just a fan of battle rap and like the WRCs as it was happening. And then I started putting these videos out, and they actually came out on my YouTube in 2006. You can see on the date. And I think in 2007, Piff James did a video. Like, some guy interviewed him, and he like brings me up in the interview, and I was like buzzing. I couldn't believe he even knew. I was aware of me, and he was like, "Yo, Cruger, man, Cruger, I see the videos," or whatever he said. I can't remember. Yeah, I don't know if that video is still online. I have to find it. It was this girl like Diadora. What was her name? Decorda, I don't know. This is like way back in the day, but there was this girl that used to do these blogs, like interviewing a lot of jump off rappers.
Yeah, I'm just on his verse tracker now, and he's got no solo battles at all, seemingly.
He was in he was in a different era though. He was in the jump off era. You know what I mean? Like, he did a lot of jump off street battles, like where he was literally like people were rapping at him and he was just blowing smoke in their faces, like smoking a blunt while he was battling and just like being like really disrespectful, blowing smoke in their faces. And just like his whole like steez was just just so disrespectful but like funny. But he also like hangs around with like the Outsiders, like Young Z, and like I'm a huge fan of Young Z and the Outsiders.
Young Z, the only song I know of him, he's on the 8 Mile soundtrack, right? That song's really good. I love that track. Yeah.
So I think because they're from is it New Jersey? I think.
I don't know. Yeah, not sure, but
But anyway, so I think he kind of has a similar style to them lot as well, where it's just like kind of funny bars, the kind of bars that I kind of like, where it's kind of like, I don't know, just like funny multis, like disrespectful, like I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I
hear you. So okay, well, 8 out of 10 now. So we're going to get to the 11th question. Great battle, this one versus Verb T. Huge fan of this battle. This kind of introduced me to Verb T. and kind of got into his music subsequently. You know, he's kind of known in battle terms for being boring. And you say that the sound of him rapping is like hearing what? It's
paint dry.
Yeah, it's like hearing paint dry. I remember that line like floored me when I first heard it. It was just so simple, but it was just like spot on. But it's like, I mean, Verb T at that time when you faced him, right, had a lot of acclaim behind him, like.
100%, man. And I was a big Verb T fan as well. Again, similar to the Saurus thing, where you're just trying to like find a way to like just be as disrespectful as possible. So I just kind of took that angle of being boring. It wasn't even like a thing of like we'd not seen him battle before, so it was like I didn't know. It was just like a kind of guess, just like going off his music and stuff. But I'm actually a big fan of his music.
I'm a big fan, yeah. Because as I mentioned before, I'm a huge fan of Jest, and Jest actually has a song with him. I don't know if you've heard the song. Closer.
I love that song.
It's such a good song.
Closer.
I agree. Yeah,
song.
It's an amazing song. Absolutely amazing song.
Yeah.
And Jest is fantastic on it, and it's off this Verb T record. I can't remember the name of the album, but the album cover's really good. It's him juggling grenades, like a cartoon juggling grenades. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But people, if you've not heard the song Closer with Verb T and Jest, that's like a real anthem. And I say Verb T as well has a song with Joker Star that's really good. It's like called like kind of like Dynamite, or it's got like Total Dynamite. It's the name of the song. That's a really good song as well. But no, that Verb T clash was just crazy. And where was that battle? I like that venue. That's, to me, in my head, that's like an old school, like early days DF venue. Like,
yeah, that was in Brick Lane. Oh fuck, what's the name of the venue again? Oh fuck.
Yeah,
that's so annoying.
Yeah, we can.
It's in Brick Lane, like right in the middle of Brick Lane, and it is called. That is so annoying.
Look, this is
this isn't a question.
No, I'm not going to ask the name of the venues. No, that is a little too much.
Vibe Bar.
Okay, so we're 9 out of 11 here, so doing really, really well. Unfortunately, we didn't get the truth question. Which is fair enough, but we move, and the internet connection being taken away. But that question was actually way too hard, so there's a point to go forward with.
Yeah.
Question 12, Illusion Z, Battle of the Bay 5, right? And this is just. I mean, how old were you in this battle? Were you like 19 or something?
Yeah, I was 19.
Oh, you look so young, but it's like I was just kind of doing the math today. And
was I 19? Was I 18? Was that 2009?
So
in September, I was doing 19.
Jesus Christ! I mean, and I noticed on the poster that your battle wasn't on, or at least on the poster that I saw. Was it like a last minute edition or? No,
I don't know what poster you saw, but there was definitely a.
Maybe I was just trying to find them.
But yeah, it was. We were the first battle of the whole event.
Oh, you kicked the whole thing off.
Yeah,
I didn't realise that.
No, actually, wait, was it the first or was it the second? I think maybe it was Cadillac Ron battled, or what did they battle after us? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure we were the first or the second.
So he gets loads of British bars off naturally, Harry Potter and the like. And basically, what I want to ask you is, do you remember what he multis Oliver Twist with? So he says,
yes,
please.
Oliver Twist mixed with a tropical
with the
fish.
facial features of a tropical
fish. That's it.
Yeah, there you go.
That's hilarious. Shout out Illusion Z, man.
Okay. I actually do want to shout out Illusion Z properly because I can't remember what episode it was, but I was talking about Illusion Z. He battled someone, and I think I wasn't being harsh, but I was being maybe a little critical, whatever, podcaster. And he sent me this long message just basically saying, can I come on the show? Can we have a chat? I want to go deeper. I want to refute everything you said. And I'm like, I never got back to the guy. I remember I messaged him back, but I never got back to him properly. But no, shout out to Illusion Z. I mean, this was like, I just can't imagine the pressure on you to be 18, 19, whatever you were, unknown really, to go over there. And grind time was a huge thing. Obviously, you can look at the crowd organics there, etc. It's kind of that crossover event. Like, it must have been immeasurable. Like, did you feel it getting into the pit? Like,
100%. That was definitely like the most nervous I've been, and like the most. It was like a big deal for me at the time, and it's really the kind of battle that put me on, and like how people really like learn about me. So I knew it was important for me to like really kill it. and I knew it was important for me to like project my voice because I knew it was going to be a big crowd with like no mics. So from like going to ciphers and stuff and like and doing like a few battles before to have practice, I was very aware from like that I need to like be like loud and be like, do you know what I mean? And also because it was like strict time limits, like 3 1-minute rounds, just to try fit as many punchlines in as possible. So like all the lines are like really short, just like set up punchline. But yeah, that's the style I was kind of going for at the time. But yeah, it was 100% one of my favorite moments in battle rap.
It's extraordinary, really, looking back. Like, I love seeing that. And I mean, it's so far back, Battle of the Bay 5, that you have all the, the Perishables music at the start. And like, I think it's a satire song that they play. And shout out satire, by the way. I mean, him and Dumbfounded in the WRCs was such a fun team to watch in the LA division. Like they were just extraordinary together. And like, shout out to he doesn't actually. He doesn't. He's one of those guys that like, obviously No Can Do gets a lot of respect as well. But it's like, I remember No Can Do's partner was quite good as well. Rhetoric. He was pretty.
Oh yeah,
he was hilarious. And it's like there's just so many. Like, remember he was a proper. He was a proper sport. He was like, you remember Parable, like these certain names from back in the day that were just fantastic, but don't really get play anymore. Shout out to Dumbfounded as well. I was watching with my girlfriend the Aquafina show on iPlayer, and he's like the male love interest in that. I know,
mad.
How insane's that? Oh.
I know he's killing it in that. I didn't know like he was doing that, but I'm such a big Dumbfounded fan. He's definitely like one of my biggest influences as far as battle style.
Yes,
I'd say him and Pat Stay are my two favorites.
Yeah, I mean, talking of battlers as well being in bigger projects, I haven't watched it yet, but Ogmios and iPlayer, what the fuck?
I know, I still haven't watched it yet. Neither. I need to see that.
It's insane because, like, I remember he was doing his YouTube series. Yeah, but he was doing the Ogmios show, on Don't Flop, but he was doing like the Zen motoring and stuff like that. And I remember I sent him a photo because I was randomly reading like the Sunday Times, like, the culture supplement. And they just had a little paragraph about, this is guy on YouTube, this is really good, just check it out. And I messaged him, this is like a year, 2 years ago. And he was like, he was obviously really grateful and thought that was cool. But like, bang, like this is. And the thing about cult comedy shows is that they're unprecedented. They just come out of nowhere. Like, I'm not saying, I'm touching wood as I says, I'm not saying he's going to be the next fucking This Country or People Just Do Nothing. But it's like, reading the comments and like reading the articles about the show, the reaction's really positive. Like, people love this.
That's awesome, man. I'm so happy for him. Like, he deserves it. He deserves it.
Oh, he's like,
such a great guy in general for a starter, but also he's just such a creative and like full of ideas. So I'm just glad to see him manifest it in these kind of ways. And the Zen motoring whole thing is hilarious.
Like, what did you guys think like when he came along? Because he had his tryout against Heavy D, I want to say, and it was.
I think. Yeah. I honestly think I was a bit slow on the Ogmios thing. Like I think. I can't really remember his first battle, but I remember thinking he was cool. Do you know what I mean? But like the more battles he did, he grew on me more and more till I was like, "Yo, this guy's the illest." Like, and I think he obviously was getting better with his battles as well, and he was like finding his style. But like, I think I was a little late to catch on just like how like sick he was. But like, man, he just came with the craziest angles. Like talking about like, I'm gonna throw your CD out the car. And
that is the line that everyone remembers. Yeah, that is fucking extraordinary. His battle,
but that's one of many. Like he's got like amazing.
Him versus C Major. That is one of the best Don't Flop battles in my eyes. Like round for round, that is like extraordinary battle.
Yeah.
I mean, R.I.P. Depsman as well, because obviously that battle's in his memory, and like it's just got everything about it. And like, I loved how you guys had the foresight as well to like put. I think him versus Adam the Rapper opened the second day of 4th birthday. I'm pretty sure. Like they were coming through that kind of time, which is Ogmios has this whole kind of like you actually. He has this whole concept round about. I think he like fucks Adam the Rapper's bike or something. That's like what the round's about.
Oh yeah,
like, and it's just like it's got like this really inventive writing in it. Like but Illusion Z, funny clash. Loads of great lines for you. Most annoying thing on the internet to pop up since pop-ups. He can't bear the fact that Noera caps don't come in the form of sombrero hats. Yeah,
Very of
you
its
get a lot
time,
of
innit?
reaction for that. That's really funny as well. So,
Yeah.
okay, we're 10 for 12. So, question 13, World Domination 2. Obviously, we got to talk about you versus Sharon. And
Yeah.
Sharon, what a legend, right? I mean, unbelievable what that
Mm.
guy's gone on to. Love that guy. And like, you know, he battled last weekend against JC on URL, and he's just, you know, he's going from strength to strength as always. So, you mentioned a lot of merch that Sharon owns of King of the Dots brand. Now, I want you to name 4 items, non-clothing, that you say that he owns.
Oh, that's a good question. I'm pretty sure there was a King of the Dot
Yes,
keychain?
even though his parents don't trust him with keys, yep.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. There's a sheet. King of the Dot bed sheets. Okay. What else? King of the... I can't even remember the scheme that I did, like, to make it rhyme. The King of the Dot pen?
Pencil, yeah, I'll give you the pencil, yeah.
Pencil, yeah, okay. Okay,
One
so I
more.
need one more.
A lot of these items.
Yeah. What a Oh man, this is annoying me. King of the Dot. I don't know, man.
Okay, so what? Yeah, well, the pencil case as well for the pencil. Yeah, there was a sharpener as well in the mix.
Oh my days!
But yeah, you.
So what did I say? He had a pencil case. He had a King of the Dot pencil.
Yeah,
and
so he has
his pencil case.
He has the shirts, the pants, a bag as well. You say. And that's pretty much it. But it's funny because, like, it's just obviously just a funny scheme in of itself, the idea of it. But they were heavy on the merch. I seem to remember back then you could get a lot of shit. Like, it was good. Like,
you could.
It was a good era.
Yeah.
Like, God damn. So okay, and I mean.
That was a good question.
Yeah, that was one. Like, I was just kind of watching all the battles back, and I thought, hey, but I mean, Sharon as well. We mentioned him before with Arsenal, but he again is someone that has just always been brilliant for Don't Flop, right?
100%, man, an absolute beast, and he's just gone on to do bigger and better things. Like, I'm so happy for his success and like him doing Wild and Out and stuff.
Yeah, Wild and Out.
But he was always just been a bit special, man. And I'm actually like, I think I battled him at like a good time because he became like a real problem after that.
You're right.
Even though he was a problem before, but I think like he just went on to become a beast. Like in some of his like his freestyle and like flips and stuff like that are just like that. They're otherworldly.
No, I think you're right. Actually, I think kind of that was early days for him. You know, even though he'd battled a hell of a lot up to that point, he'd done a lot of GZ battles and that sort of stuff. But yeah, I think him versus Yunnan is probably a turning point, isn't it? That's kind of like, you know. Yeah. But even just like what if he flips like Yunnan's shirt, like Tommy's obviously a retarded cunt or something like that. Like,
and that performance was incredible from him. I remember he had one bar. What was it about, like the Boo from Mario?
Oh, turn the back on. I can't really remember, but yeah.
I remember that bar being sick. Like, I can't remember exactly how it goes. But it's a good one.
He's unbelievable. So okay, we're 10 for 13. So we're on the final stretch now. 2 more questions. Question 14. Okay. What are the 2 reasons that you say DNA is like Mr. Potato Head? There are two reasons you give for his similarity to the acclaimed Mattel toy.
Yeah. I definitely know one of them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what the other
this
one
is, of course, its 6th birthday in Leeds.
Your head. It's definitely because you've got removable teeth.
That's one of them. Yep.
And then I just don't know what the other one is. I'm just trying to figure that out. Because your ears stick out. I don't know. That's a guess.
No, it's that his head's the same shape.
Oh shit! I should have just said that. Oh.
Which is a little like, yeah, it's almost a little too obvious, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think out. I wasn't thinking that's
no,
shit.
like no.
Okay.
I mean, good shout, and I mean, DNA. Like again, it's great to be paying tribute to all these internationals who have came over, but DNA as well. Like that whole sort of
Yeah. Do you know what I just thought as well? Is that his ears stick out? That could have been a thing about when he had the hood up and his ear was through the hood.
No, that was
that
Sensor versus DNA.
Yeah. So I just hit a little memory trail. I was like, oh wait.
and DNA as well. I mean, when was that 6th birthday battle? 2014, I'm pretty sure. And it's like, here we are, 8 years late, coming up to 8 years on that battle. And DNA, I don't know how much you follow like Champion of the Year and all that sort of stuff, but it's like they just did their rankings where they, stratify those kind of battlers. And I think he was like 7th or 8th. He's still he's unflappable, isn't he? He's just developed with the time so brilliantly.
Yeah, what a beast, man. So active as well.
Relentless.
Never stops, just like
should just knock it out. Yeah. No, he's he's a great guy. So we're 10 out of 14 here. So we're not we've dropped a few points, but these are tough. These have been some hard questions, to be fair.
Yeah.
So the last question 15. In which battle is one of your biggest reactions a reference to a Ray Charles song?
What?
Mm-hmm. Ray Charles.
In which battle?
Yeah, so one of your biggest punchlines references a Ray Charles song.
Oh, is it Jack Shit?
It is Hit the Road Jack. Yeah, it is Hit the Road Jack. So,
oh man, that was caught me so hard.
Yeah, who's Ray Charles?
Ray Charles.
But no, that was that was versus Jack Shea, who you sort of put to pasture, I think. Like, looking at his verse tracker, he didn't do much after you. But he had a lot of battles before that. But I don't know whether the sarcastic Brit just sort of made him realise. Like, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
He was
like
good.
That shit, man. I don't know why he's battling.
Because he I think he contested the very first King of the Dot Championship or something like that, or one of those. It was like him versus Kid Twist, or it was kind of in that.
Yes. Some of those early King of the Dot battles, like Kid Twist versus Jack Shit and stuff like that, they were like great battles, man.
No, so good. So good.
The punchlines are amazing.
No, absolutely. So, I mean, altogether, Krugs, 11 out of 15. Very respectable score.
Not bad. Yeah, not bad. I'm still annoyed at myself that I messed up Potato Head one up. That's the only one I'm like super annoyed because my own bar.
I know. I didn't know how to balance it. I was like, do I need to ask him all about other people, what they've said, or I was going to ask you about like what you were wearing in certain battles, but I was like, this is a bit too like niche. So, but
that's interesting. I wonder how it would have done because I feel like I can remember what I was wearing in most battles.
I really want the shirt you were wearing versus Sharon. It's like this weird, like anthropomorphic, like stag.
I remember.
I really like.
It's I got that in Sweden actually. You know when I went out to battle Mills and Skills and Shazam, I was in a vintage shop and I saw it and it was such a random T-shirt. I thought, let me get that. But yeah, it's like the hunters, the deers, and the deers are hunting the people basically or something.
Like I don't know, like they made a Netflix drama of it, which I didn't see, but I've read the graphic novel Sweet Tooth. I don't know if you've heard of that by Jeff Lemire. No. I think you'd really like it. It's basically like a post-apocalyptic thing where this event happens where all children born after this awakening are like animal hybrids, but one of them's born human. And
I'm chatting.
Oh, have you seen it?
Sweet Tooth. I watched that Netflix series. Yeah.
Oh, was it good?
Really
I've read it. I haven't actually seen the series, but it always reminds me of that. It always kind of gives me vibes of that, so I always think about that.
Yeah, it is like that.
But no, man, like big respect as always. I'm a big fan, and 11 out of 15. I've got quite a lot of battlers lined up actually to come on here, but I think 11 out of 15 is a very respectable score, especially for the first episode where I'm still hammering out how difficult this is going to be.
Yeah. No, I'm happy with that, man. Yeah.
So I guess finally, like, what are we going to look forward to? I mean, you tease live performances, you tease more uploads. Just people just keep locked on to Cruger 7, I guess.
Yeah, definitely, man. Just keep following the socials, the YouTube. I'm just going to be dropping more shit throughout the year. And yeah, man, that's all I've got already planned is just more videos and tracks. Kind of just not really thinking about albums or like actual like tracks as at the moment, but just thinking about doing these like videos and raps to go
What
along with
about
them.
like battle events? Can people expect maybe to see you at like a London, like, I don't know, Premier Battles or?
Yeah, I'm not bad.
No, I know you're not. But I mean, it breaks my heart that you're
uh,
not. But I know you're done with that part of your life. But yeah.
yeah, but I'll definitely be at events 100%, and you know, I might be doing some performances as well. So
All right,
we'll
sick,
see.
man. Well, no, thanks again for your time, bro. This has been great to
Yeah,
go
thanks for
through.
having me, man. That was
No,
really
no,
fun.
this has been fun to put together as well, and like, you know, I've really appreciated it. So yeah, again, everyone listening, we're going to just wrap this spaces up now. I'm basically going to throw this on the Battle Resume channel in a few days, so you can listen back and all that sort of stuff. But Krugs, always a pleasure, man. Thank you, dude.
Thank you, man.
All right,
Thanks
take it easy, bro. See you later. Bye,
All
bye,
right,
bye.
take it easy, mate. Bye.